John, I'm guessing that's more what you had in mind in terms of a 60-minute effort tonight, in terms of how hard your team competed all the way through?
Yeah, we played well. We did it. And I like the way we handled ourselves when they scored. We didn't score. We have a power play. The power play wasn't good, but we didn't get flustered. We just kept on playing and stayed with it. I thought we were good right on through. I thought we defended well. I think it's a game that we deserve to win.
John, doing the things you need to do to stand up for yourself and doing the things you need to do to win the game, are they one and the same, or were those just two things that you balanced well tonight?
No, that is part of standing up for one another. Is a big part of winning. I think it's trying to create an identity and a camaraderie, and I think we're still taking too many penalties, but there are certain penalties that are good penalties, and a couple of those happened tonight.
John, Jim Rutherford and Mike Johnson both just said that they thought Dubinsky should have received more than 2 minutes for the cross-check to the back of Crosby's head. What was your take on that ruling?
I haven't seen it, but I know it was a battle in front of the net. I haven't looked at it, and yeah, so I'll leave it at that.
So you've made it so much more difficult for teams to find space in and around Bobrovsky, and at the same time, you've been so much quicker out of your zone. I think tonight may have been the best example of that. Are those the two main areas that you've seen in the growth of this team?
Well, it just goes to the other question about helping one another. The blue area is a very important area defensively around Bob and our goalie, or Mac, and getting to their blue also. So I think our guys have really concentrated on, even when I think we've had some struggles, we've done a really good job around our net. I think you could see the marked difference tonight is that everybody was back in the end zone, and we came out together. Where at times we're kind of all over the place and leaving the zone and hoping for plays to get to you. We did a lot of work. We did a lot of work on the boards, and I thought we just broke out together. We were 5 up and we were 5 back, and I think that helps you as far as entries and breaking out of your end zone.
John, first time in the 3-on-3 overtime situation. You hadn't practiced it a whole lot, if at all.
We haven't.
What did you tell the guys going over the boards? What was your strategy going into it?
We were going 2 forwards, and we talked about just playing man on man if it's in our end zone. Like I said, I don't know if you can practice that. I mean, how do you practice that? I think you give them a thought as far as when you don't have the puck, it's a man on man. You know, Malkin could have picked one off and he could have gone the other way before we scored. He could have been going the other way on a breakaway. It's just, that's the way that situation is. I think we have to talk about changes and using your goalie with changes. I think that's something you can work on, and not shooting the puck wide. You shoot the puck wide. We got away with one tonight when I think Savvy shot it wide, because that's just a recipe to go the other way in an odd man. So there's a couple of things you can deal with, but I think you just got to let them play.
John, there's a pretty good atmosphere here tonight. The players seem to enjoy it. Did you get caught up in that at all, or feel it?
You know, during the game, at the end of the game, yeah, I was happy we won. But during the game, you're just so wrapped up in what you're trying to do and getting the people out in situations, you really don't hear it. At least I don't. You know, when the scrums happen and all that stuff, sure. But I know it was a different building, and I guess this is what happens. I'm new, so I guess this is what happens when Pittsburgh comes in here. The building gets a little full, and it's good for the game. It was a good game. It was a good game, and I thought both teams played well, but I thought we deserved to win.
Yeah, you played well throughout, but then fell down 1-0, so is tonight a good first step in being able to not only come back from down 1-0, but be able to win in overtime? Well,
you got to go through and I've complained about it, that we get flustered and when things aren't going our way. So we had a chance tonight to see because we're down 1-0. We played really well, but then we're down 1-0 with, I think, 8 or 9 minutes left in the game. So it's a great experience to go through, and it's something they can lean on and saying, you know, we just stayed together, we stayed with our structure, had a lousy power play, still didn't let it bother us, and we found a way to tie it up and then win in 3-on-3. So you can talk about it till you're blue in the face until you go through the experiences and see, you know what? We held it together here and we found a way. We need more of those so they believe in it. And then I think it becomes a bit of an instinct, I guess. And so tonight was a step in the right direction.
Some guys get smaller on a big stage. Some guys get bigger on the big stage. What do you see in Dubinsky? You've seen him for a long time, just in games like this, in the moments like this.
And this is a guy I had when he was really young, and for me, it's different for me because I've just seen him mature. I mean, he wouldn't be doing some of the things he does right now that I see him doing with this team back in his early years. He just wasn't able to, and the growth that he has shown physically, mentally, and I think he's grown. He's out there. He's a bit of a wingnut sometimes, and where he just gets so wrapped up, it's almost too much. But I think he's learned to control himself, but also bring people along with him with his intensity. I mean, he was terrific tonight in all areas, and just to bring other people with him. And what the play he makes in the last goal, it's just terrific. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.